into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Okay.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Lance looking to throw it. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4?
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Jonathan Taylor, 30 yards. And the Colts continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Lance. He finds his man, Sky Moore. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Throwing on first down is Lance. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
10 cycles. Drill, 52. Ready?
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Third and goal, try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Opposite, green. Ready.
Pacheco. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Chiefs
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. On second down, it's Taylor. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down.